Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So from my last video that I posted on a week in the life of a consultant, some of you guys were wondering what I do more specifically as a consultant and more specifically as a supply chain and operations consultant. So I thought I would do a bit of a consulting 101 and kind of go into more detail about more of what I do as a consultant and also delve into some of the things that I do as a supply chain and operations consultant. I did a bit of research before I made this video on what sort of the perceptions were, or the general perceptions from the World Wide Web, and this is what I got. And if you see here, you can use sine, cos, and tan to get to your answer. Yes, I would absolutely love to book the resort in. Yes, I know it will be $1 million. So this is a pretty broad term or broad definition of a consultant, and to be honest, consulting is quite broad. There are many different types of consultants, but from a management consulting perspective or an advisory perspective, what business consultants do is they solve business problems. The first type of consulting is strategy consulting, so this might involve consultants developing a high-level strategy for, say, a company who is looking to acquire another company. The second is technology consultants. This might involve consultants going out to the market to look for a new software solution and then potentially implementing that solution. The third are people consultants or change management. This might involve working with a merger, potentially to restructure the hierarchy. And the fourth is operations consulting, which is what I'm in. And this might involve improving the process of an organization in order to, say, increase revenue. So let's take an example. You as a customer might be really wanting a burger today, don't we all? So let's delve into some of the steps that you would take to get that burger. Step 1 might be driving to the restaurant. Step 2 might be lining up and waiting. Step 3 might be reading the menu for all the delicious options. Step 4, ordering your burger. Step 5, waiting while drooling. Step 6, finally getting that delicious burger. And step 7, eating the burger. But before you get to step 7, the fast food shop has a lot of different steps that they undertake in order for you to get that burger, or even before you get to step 1, which is getting in your car. An example might be sourcing the ingredients, the materials, the cheese, the packaging, the meat, and then maybe hiring and training your staff, teaching them how to clean, to serve customers, and then teaching the staff how to take your order, how to use the payment system, and the staff will then take your order. So this is a pretty broad example, but is a pretty good example of what a fast food shop does day to day. So as an operations consultant, an organization might come to us. Perhaps they've had some bad reviews from customers, the burgers were really gross, or maybe the customer service was really slow. Or even perhaps the staff were really overworked and there's a lot of turnover and a lot of staff are quitting because they're unhappy with the long hours. So an organisation might then come to us and ask for us to look into their processes and perhaps improve their processes and make their customers and their staff more happy. So how we would generally do this is to conduct a current state diagnostic, which sounds a little bit complicated, but essentially it consists of interviewing people, collecting data, maybe such as how many burgers they cook per hour, and then analysing this data and perhaps coming up with a few recommendations. So once we come up with a few recommendations of potentially how to improve this process, we'll talk with some people from the fast food restaurant and sort of run them through our ideas and maybe do a bit of testing to see if our idea is possible. For example, we might say, hey, why don't you automate your computer registers, which is something that they've actually done at McDonald's. So we might talk through with them about how applicable this is, and maybe then we'll even implement it. So this is a bit of an example of a general situation that we might have, but we do work with a lot of clients.
I myself actually haven't worked with a fast food restaurant. I would absolutely love to, potentially would gain a lot of weight. There are a lot of other clients that supply chain and operation consultants do work with. For example, airlines, government and public service, health companies, pharmaceutical companies, hospitals. If you're building a metro, you might get a consultant to come in and analyze some of the processes. It's a really big range, and I've worked on a lot of different clients, which is something that I really love about supply chain and operations. It's really fascinating to me. I'm actually quite a plane nerd, so I just find it really interesting to kind of understand how an organization works. And as a supply chain and operations consultant, you do get that kind of broad lens of how an organization works. So that's a bit about what we do as operations consultants. If you do have any questions, and I'm sure you will, please write them down in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And let me know what other videos you would like to see from me. I'm thinking it's around March, so I might do one on potential tips on applying. I know that when I was at uni, it was quite a nerve-wracking time when I was in my penultimate year, so my second last year. Quite a stressful time applying, and I remember looking for these videos being like, oh gosh, like I can't find anything. So let me know if there's anything at all. And if you would like to see any more related videos, please subscribe.